Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is between Cats and Top on Dusk Towers. In the top side of the map, we have the Red Zerg player. It is Cats. Although I know it says Idra, that's because Cats was playing on an account named Idra a couple of weeks ago. I feel like he was trolling the ladder and trolling everybody who knows who Idra is. In the bottom side of the map, we have the Blue Terran player representing True Esport. It is Top. I know it says Team Extreme Supremacy, but as far as the Liquipedia is concerned, they changed their name to True Esport, and their Twitter says the same thing. So definitely TES stands for something different now, which I think makes sense. Like, Team Extreme Supremacy was very generic. You weren't quite sure what they were talking about, but True Esport makes more sense that way. So nicely done with that name change. What is Cats doing here? Cats looks like he's going to go. That Idra's going to throw me off all game. It's not Idra, it's Cats. I know for sure this came from Cats Direct, and I did some Googling, and it's definitely Cats. Idra is gone. Okay, going for a hatch first here on the low ground behind his main expansion. We have sometimes seen Zerg players take this one first. Just a little bit easier based on the distances to defend your ramp and your main and your natural here rather than back here. But Cats takes no care for what you think he should do. He's going to put it back here and you can deal with it. Yeah, Cats is a pretty cool dude. He does a lot of Twitch streaming. I'm not sure if you see me retweet his stuff on my Twitter account /FalconPaladin, but I put a link to his Twitch stream in the description here, so please go check him out. He's really funny. He plays really well too. He will sometimes off-race. He'll play Terran, he'll play Protoss, and kind of show you what he can do that way. It's just really amazing to see what these pros can manage, even with races they don't main. So he's a really fun guy to follow. Check him out for sure. Looks like a 1-Rax expand here from Top, getting that Reaper on out. Drone scouts that, he sees exactly what is going on. Spawning pool just about finished here. Shouldn't be a problem to hold this off. Cat's micro is good, and its decision makings are good too. So 1 queen and about 4 links should be enough to deal with, as here comes the expansion for Top. Top being one of our stronger Terran players on the channel. He's taken down some big names. Who has he played here recently? He beat TLO that one time. Who else has he played? I'm trying to remember, but again, he's a really, really good Terran player. I'm excited to be casting another one of his games. Timing here really good for Cats, getting these drones out here exactly when they need to start mining at the hatchery that has just popped up. This one not quite ready to go yet. Here comes the Reaper Man. Heading on north, and indeed there are 4 lings in production, a queen in production, 2 queens in production, not quite there yet though, and let's see how the drones do. KD8 charge, knocking one of the drones back, but forcing the Reaper away too. Buying time for these lings, get a couple shots on off there. Are these workers fully exposed? Yes, they are. KD8 charge, not hitting anything at all, but again, the lings come in on the creep. They are faster than the Reaper, but off creep, they are slower. See this? Slower. It's such a big difference. Now the queen's out, though. Top, I want to say most Terran players would give up at this point, but man, Top is so good with his micro, allowing the combat drugs to stick on in here, but man, the lings positioning themselves perfectly. Now the queen can get some extra stabs on in, and the Reaper does manage to escape. At least maybe trying to kill stuff at the 3rd base. But no, that's not going to happen either. KD8 charge. To kill some of this larva. When in doubt, try to kill larva. Should be the motto of every Reaper, because again, that slows down Zerg production. KD8 charge. Knocking the queen back. That was funny. I always love that so much. Reaper moving on north again, but 2 queens. Stab, 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 stab. And the drones. Oh, the drones. Gonna get the wall off, and the Reaper dies. KD8 charge does knock some of those drones back, but they all lived. I think is the important thing for Cats. Oh my gosh, I almost said Idra. I keep glancing up to see what's going on, and I see the name, and my mouth is like, just say Idra. That's what it says up there, durr. No, it is Cats. I will say Cats. Marines on the way. Widowmine on the way. Starport coming up for a Top. Meanwhile, Cats is getting a Roach Warren and a Creep Tumor to connect these 2 bases. Overlord to scout on in. Sees nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I guess recognizing the reactor is on this barracks and pumping Marines is good to know. It's not going to be a lot more Reapers. It's not going to be Hellions at this point because, again, the Marine count is high enough. The factory could lift off and land, but not for quite some time. The lings actually suiciding themselves there for Cats. A little bit lackadaisical. I think you want to keep those lings alive so they can scout, man. Scout when the 3rd base is taken. If any enemies try to move out towards your base, you need to know what's going on. Use those lings to do that. Medevac on the way, and here comes the classic, I'm going to say, Marine Widowmine drop, and there it is. I almost said Marauder for some reason. Struggling today. We're going to get through it. There are 6 Marines and a Marauder inside this medevac. Going to head on out. There's a Liberator coming too, I think, to lend support. We have seen some instances where Liberators throw down Defender mode circles and then drops come inside those circles. and start doing a ton of damage here as a single Link tries to kill this base all by his lonesome. Not going to happen. Spore Crawler positioning, fantastic. Queen positioning, Spore Crawler positioning, fantastic. Once again, Cats knows what to do on this map against a dropping Terran, as all Terrans are. Look at this positioning. Make note, Zerg players. This is what you want. Ravagers are here too. Corrosive Biles don't actually hit. So close. That's so hard to do with a moving target. It really is. You have to hit where, see that little helpful indicator there is? You have to hit that. It's not where you think it is. It's kind of like an optical illusion. Medivac, actually, Cats. Did you leave this base exposed? Cats! Oh no. Alright, so Cats did. There's nothing here at all. Widowmine burrows itself in that mineral line. Marines cop out, immediately try to burn down this extractor. Corrosive Bile thrown down and does kill the Widowmine. The rest of the units come in and chase the Marines away. They hop back in the Medivac and they go back home. Alright. So, I mean, he lost some mining time there, but again, didn't lose anything, really, to that attack. Dropping here now, but again, there are Queens. Spore Crawler there as well. Will a Queen die? Liberator with Defender mode. Queen does end up falling, though. Liberator with the support, doing fairly well, but once again, Ravagers with that Corrosive Bile take down Liberators so fast. So fast. Don't want to stick there if you're a Terran player harassing, and Ravagers show up, immediately go back into anti-air mode, run away. It's not a good position for you. Be like Top. Be smart. Cats with the Lair. I just clicked on the Lair, I thought. Nope, nope, nope. Lair morphing in there. +1/+1 on the Missile Carapace. Attacks, and coming back around to the natural is Top. Is he going to be able to get more kills here? I guess any kills would be nice. Liberator here. Queen stabbing on away, dropping in here with the Marines, and the Queen is going to die. Yes, Queen dies, drone dies. Full pull once again by Cats. Marines want to finish off the extractor, and they do. Ravagers once again here, though, trying to stay outside of that circle. Corrosive Bile, one hit on the Liberator. Where are the other Ravagers? I don't know, but finally forcing the Liberator to pick up and move on out the drop 2. Top keeping his units alive. He doesn't really want to keep them in there if they're just being killed. You'll notice he still has 3 Marines remaining. Liberator here going to take some shots if they try to boost out, and backs out. Okay, so where can he go? He's in a bit of a dead air spot here. Liberator setting up and killing some stuff. Corrosive Bile, whoop, mowing that down. Medivac trying to boost it and find some easy targets, but again, Spore Crawler, Roaches, Ravagers, Corrosive Bile's being tossed down. Missing entirely, though. So hard to hit Medivacs, especially when they're being boosted like that. So Top is forced to retreat after killing 3 drones, a couple Queens, and an extractor. So that's it for that attack. Not super strong, not the best I've ever seen, but I believe Top will be ready for this attack that is coming. The counterattack will be here and will be strong, but there are Marines, there are tanks, there's a bunker, there are 4 Medivacs here, so much healing available, and Cat's going for it. He's up 146 to 114 total supply. If he can do this, if he can make this attack work, he's going to be in a great position. I mean, I'm not just saying that just because he wins, but even if he doesn't necessarily win, he will be able to do enough damage to put him ahead into the mid-game. So, 4th hatch coming up right here. Usually players take this 4th, but it can be harassed from the high ground, so that can be a problem. Meanwhile, Overlords are dying. The drop specifically landed here to kill them. Does not supply block Cats at all. And here comes the Roach Ravager push. Bunker dies almost immediately. Marines, not a good choice here, unfortunately. And SCV dies as well, trying to come back up to the ramp to try to defend, but there are 3 tanks on this high ground. Cat says, no thank you, I'm going to come around to this side and try to kill your command center if possible. Another Corrosive Bile tapped on down, though, but a lot of Marines retreating here, getting a concave on the Roaches and the Ravagers, and trying to stand in and fight, but this is way too many Marines, again, with +1/+1. The Medivacs overhead to supplying some healing, and eventually everything will die, but a lot of Marines died, some pretty heavy casualties, and the reinforcing units from Cats back on out. So resources lost 2,000 minerals, 200 gas lost for Top. Cats has lost 3,300 minerals and 1,200 gas. Yahoo! Those Ravagers and Roaches were not cheap, ladies and gentlemen. Marines, on the other hand, are pretty cheap, and again, held their own in that particular situation. So, what is Cats going to do? Already getting Infestors, getting a +2 missile attack and glial reconstitution for his units, and he isn't stuck on Roach Ravager. I talk about this a lot in ZVT. You don't want to be stuck on that Roach Ravager composition. It is good, but it is not invincible for the entire game. So definitely be sure to tech up to something. Get Infestors, get Ultras, get Broodlords, get Lurkers, get something different, and you'll be in a much, much better spot. So taking additional gas, really needs this gas. Getting some Spine Crawlers and a Spore Crawler, some static defense. Here comes a little push, making themselves known by killing that Overlord. And the army is able to get in position. Oh, setting up for a pincer attack. Left side, right side. There we go. Roach Ravager, the Marines burning right on through. Coming from the backside, though, catching the tanks. Unprepared. Corrosive Biles being tapped on down, and a lot of units are left behind, though. No, stay alive, units. Tanks trying to drop, but good positioning once again by Cats. All these Marines are going to die. The tanks are kept alive by Top. Tanks are very, very important. Might catch it with a fungal. Does the thing have a fungal? Yes, the Infestor has a fungal. No, couldn't do it though. The medevac could fly over this crazy coffin-looking thing and get on out. So excellent, excellent defense there by Cats. Just holding that 4th base, not really losing many more workers. No, just still 3 drones died. Not a huge deal. And attacking at the front while dropping the main. We're going to watch both of these at the same time. Big Corrosive Biles, a fungal bile, killing a lot of units there, and the tank ends up dying too. Another drop, though, here in the main base. Marines and Marauders killing the Queen, going after the spawning pool. Full retreat here from Top. The army going back home for Cats, trying to deal with this, and losing the spawning pool. And going to lose these Queens, too. Yes, the Queens melt almost immediately. This replacement spawning pool could die. And the Infestation Pit dies. Yes, it does. And picking up, boosting out, running on home is Top, having done the damage that he can do, the maximum amount of damage that he can pull off. Might try to drop here to actually increase that damage count, because nobody's really watching. I don't think. There's a small group of roaches, but is it enough? I don't think it is. These are +2 Marines. Another attack of Marines and Marauders and Medevacs going right after the hatchery. If Top can kill this, it's going to be huge, and he does get it, and then just retreats once again. These guys still alive, forcing a full retreat of all of the drones from this space. Top looking very strong indeed, but again, Roach Ravager standing on in, trying to kill these tanks. Corrosive Biles not really being thrown down, but apparently not super necessary. At this point, there are just too many of these +2/+1 Ravagers and Roaches. A full retreat again, but this is completely owned by Top right now. There is nothing that Cats can do to save that base. That's 2 hatcheries gone in the space of about a minute. Not a good look for Cats at all. Roaches running on in, killing as many Marines as they can, but the healing power very strong here. A bunch of long-distance mining drones, so very, very sad. A drop here kills more Overlords. How many Overlords have died? 13! 13 Overlords have been killed. Another reinforcing group of Marines and Marauders and tanks getting caught by Cats, though. You're not going to reinforce, says Cats. No way, Jose, but getting a hook up with the rest of his army here as Top. Don't overextend, Cats. Oh, and he might have overextended. The Concave is now in favor of Top. However, Corrosive Biles doing their best to kill things. Roaches are falling. Ravagers holding their own. A tank getting focused down there. 6 Ravagers remaining. Is it enough? Corrosive Biles trying to kill everything that they possibly can. Marauders with that +3/+3, though. And that is it for Cats' army. It's 168 to 89 total supply. Cats holding his own, but that's it. A GG from Cats. Cats is defeated. Top's victorious, and Cats has left the game. So yeah, Top, man, I don't want to make a pun here, but on top of his game, just amazing medevac count. He was up to 9 total medevacs. Had that +3/+3 out while expanding to 4 bases. His drop game was on point. He didn't lose anything more than he needed to. Killed this base. Killed this base. Cats was just all over the place. Couldn't quite decide how many units to use to defend where. Kind of overcommitted, pulling back here. Left this base exposed. And that was it. So well played by Top. Well played by Cats, masquerading as Idra. But today, the Terran gets the win. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.